Hey guys, I have a couple replays here for you today with this Hero Frog deck. The build is super standard. This is basically card for card Fraser Smith deck, except I'm playing one T-Roar instead of the third break. I think this has pretty much become like the default build or starting point, at least for this deck. It's super streamlined and I really don't have too much to add to it. So that's about all I have to say about that. Moving forward, I'm trying to put a little bit more effort into my content, so we're trying something new today with the music in the background. Let me know what you guys think about that, if you do or don't like it, or if it's too loud, too soft, etc. Totally open to the feedback, so let me know. With that, let's just jump right into the replays. Oh, sorry, let me restart this. The first game is against this like Norlaris Vayu Turbo deck, but it's not playing Norlaris, and it's just playing other dark boss monsters instead. Things like what's it called, Dark Lord Zerato, which you'll see in a second, and like the Sacred Phoenix Dark one. I think Dark Nephthys is what it's called. So interesting, fun deck. Like, I think it's probably suboptimal. I think the Norlaris one is probably just better, but it's still a fun deck, and the gameplay was really funny, so I decided to include this here. I start off with let's see what I'm doing. Am I do blocking or soft blocking here? Okay, so I am do blocking, and he goes in with the dad right away and card Ds me. So at this point, he's got like 5 to 10 darks in his grave, and he's got he's just got a completely loaded grave, multiple Vayus, multiple Sirokkos, able to pop my whole board. The only thing keeping me in this game is I have this Gores, but I have to drop it early or else I'm going to lose. Or not early, I guess I take 2 attacks. But he makes a misplay right here. He totally has enough darks to clear both the Gores and the token, but he leaves a token, which is incorrect. So I can out his Dark Grepher. But I'm still not in a good position by any means. Oh, I do a funny play. I summon Battle Favor from the deck and I bounce it back with the Swap Frog, which is an interesting like desperation play you can do once you've gone through all of your level 1s. He pops my whole field again, but I have the T-Roar, so we're chilling. I can't even use the Substitute that I drew because I went through all my frogs. So, but this Battle Fader that I just bounced back saves me, and I top deck an Econ like an absolute sack lord. And I have 3 darks in my grave, so I can like destroy all of his cards and his own Dark Arm Dragon, which is really nice. And we're still in this game, but he's actually still got some tempo over me because his Trapdoor Shoot is dead. But then, like an absolute fucking sack lord, I top deck this Miracle Fusion, which is why this deck is so good. Like, between the triple Miracle Fusion, enemy controllers, and the Monarchs, there are just so many good top decks in this deck. It's actually insane. I'm trying to get better at this deck. I'm still a huge scrub at frogs. Like, the deck is actually a lot more nuanced and difficult to play than I initially gave it credit for. Of course, the deck has so many broken cards in it, like Substitute, Swap Frog, even Dupe Frog, and like Miracle Fusion, but there are still a lot of ways that you can mess up. Like, you have to know when to push with it, when to be patient, when to do block, when to soft lock, when to use your Miracle Fusions, when to bounce things back, what to bounce back, and it's actually a lot trickier than I initially thought it would be, so I'm trying to practice with it. Okay, Miracle Fusion's a good top here. You usually want to Miracle Fusion when your opponent has monsters on the board, some collateral. This way, if they bottomless it or deprison it, you take out some monsters with it. I decide to out the Dark Creator, but it leaves him with a level 6 to make a level 8, and he trades the Dark End with my Ab-Zero, which is still a favorable trade for me. I soft lock right here. Since I'm ahead, I feel like soft lock is the move, so I can convert my Treeborn into more advantage. And now I can start attacking now that I have the soft lock and I have the Treeborn recurring. And I'm not too afraid of his back row at this point because he's playing a turbo deck. So I established the dupe block here. And what is he doing? He draws a Spirit Reaper, which keeps him in this game for a little bit. Yeah. He drops this Dark Nephthys, which I think is such a bad card, but like, he's playing this Icarus attack, so it does have some interesting synergy with that, as well as deck dev. I bounce the Swap Frog back to make room for the Brain Control. I'm pretty sure I need a spot on my field in order to activate the Brain Control. Nephthys comes back, he pops his Dead Heavy, and then I decided to Miracle right here. I think it's a pretty decent move, but I should have understood why he's bringing back this Nephthys. It's because he has the Icarus attack. So now he hits me with this absolute banger of a deck dev. That's actually crazy. He went like, I don't know, +6 or something right there. He like outs my whole field, my entire hand. Luckily, I do have the 2 Dupe Frogs to add back Swap Frog back to my hand, and that's pretty solid. I have the Torrential, so if he summons a monster, then I could Torrential. I decided just to do nothing here, and if he summons a monster, I'll Torrential him, which is what I do. And then he wins from there. I don't think I have too much to do at that point. Oh, sorry, no, he was gonna make an Armed Wing and just go for game. Okay, so for game 3, let's see what he's cooking here. Okay, Greffer, but he doesn't have the full setup. He doesn't have the Stroke in the Grave. I hit the deck div early, which always feels really nice. This feels so good. Just summoning Stratos and attacking over the Greffer puts me in really good position. I decided to go really aggro right here because he doesn't have any Grave setup. He's got no hand, and I figure I could just push in there, get some damage, try to stomp him out of the game before it's too late. And at this point, I bounce back the Stratos since I'm in a very good position. I'm ahead, and summoning the Stratos is pretty decent. I actually want to summon it again, but you got to keep in mind that sometimes you don't want to bounce back the Stratos. Sometimes you might really lose tempo by doing that, but in this case, I have so much tempo, so it's okay. And then I summon the Vanity's Fiend, which should just spell death for him. Cannot special summon at all. I decide not to summon the Stratos because if he has Torrential, it's going to be very bad for me. I don't want to play into that, and I decided just to take it easy. Now I summon it. If he has Torrential, he kills his own monster. And main phase 2, I could always 1-for-1. I still have Battle Fader, so yeah, main phase 2, I could have summoned Infernal Prodigy and 1-for-1 and Dupe Block. So that was the first match. Third game was pretty boring. Vanity's Fiend pretty much carried me. I think it was the right move not to summon the Stratos initially, because playing into Torrential at that point would have been a lot worse than the turn after. But yeah, that was the first match. Second match we have is what is this against? I forget what this is against. Oh yeah, Diva Hero. This was another banger of a match. I start off the game. He immediately hits my Raigeki break, but I decide to use it just to get the Tree One in the grave since I have this Caius. Damn, they always open Future Fusion plus the MST, especially when I have the out to the Future Fusion, right? Okay, so he's in a good spot right here. Start us off the bat, Future Fusion, impending F-Zero coming in. I decided to Econ for his level 3 and make a Goyo so I could steal his Stardust, and I feel like I'm in a very good spot here, but then he just has the Spice here. Mind Control, hits over by Goyo, has 10,000 life points. I totally brain fart here and try to brain control this, and he's very nice. He lets me take it back because that would have just been game otherwise. I kind of psyched myself out thinking about how I was going to deal with the F-Zero and stuff like that. So he lets me take it back. It's just a friendly match. Okay, now it's not the best spot. I can try to, okay, Econ's decent. I take both his cards. I try to go in there just for some damage right now. It's a nice 4,800 damage if these both go through. And then I could Miracle Fusion, which is not good, but I banish both of his cards and trade. And here I'm like, okay, I can actually get back in the game here. I can, did I decide to soft lock or hard lock? Okay, so go through the whole deck and Dupe Block. Here's where I want to just do the Dupe Block and go through the entire Frog engine just so I can top deck good cards from this losing position. But I'm thinking maybe I can possibly get back in the deck at this point. We're slowly climbing back in the game. Okay, he bottomlesses. But I'm like, okay, now I have this Malicious Edge. He brings back all these cards, makes a misplay right here and tries to attack into the Dupe Frog. Tries to attack the Substitoad. then tries to attack on the dupe, but dupe can't be destroyed because of Substitoad. A lot of people forget that Substitoad says frog monsters can't be destroyed by battle. It's kind of ridiculous that it has that extra effect, but it does. But he does have the Wind Blast to add the lock. So, all right, game 2, I go for the soft lock again. I've become a fan of soft locking rather than dupe locking. I just like getting the advantage. So I econ this, and I just get this Swap Frog back into my hand. Get in there for 24, then main phase 2, bring back Swap Frog. Swap Frog bounces himself back and synchro to Stardust, and he concedes right away right there. I was in a very good position. And then finally game 3, this is the interesting one, I think. Alright, so he starts with his Magical Android. Also in the game before, he made Magical Android, but he totally could have made Catastrophe out of the soft lock. I'm not sure why he didn't do that. Okay. This is a huge Heavy Storm. Huge Heavy Storm. And now I get to out his... I'm not sure why he summoned this in attack... Wait. I'm not sure why he summoned this in attack mode, to be honest. I'm really not sure why. I think he just... Okay, he just wanted the hero in the grave because he has Miracle Fusion. Never mind. Yeah. I'm not sure that was necessary, but... I don't know. That's why he did it anyway. Okay, Stratos. That's fine. I'm just trying to bide my time here. I set 2. This way if he goes ham right now, I have this Threatening Roar, and I also have this Regaki Break to discard this tree point that I just bounced back. A Threatening Roar here. Right here I was thinking about Standby Phase, activating this, but I want to clear the Ab-Zero when I don't have any monsters on the field, so I decided to bounce back the Swap Frog, because he'll destroy my Swap Frog if I destroy his Ab-Zero, right? So I'm going to wait till an opportunity where I can use this in Standby Phase when I have no monsters as collateral. Swap Frog just thinned the deck. I think I'm chilling here. I'm not too afraid. I have double Battle Fader, so I don't really care. He decides to go ham right here, which is silly. Like, you should just assume that the back row of the Hero Frog player is just chainable. So this is where I decide to out the Ab-Zero, and he gets no value out of the Ab-Zero. And he still keeps going ham anyway. Super ham, which I guess you kind of have to do in this position. But I've got the double Battle Fader, so I don't give a fuck. Summon the Caius, out 2 of his monsters basically for free. I bounce back the Caius because I'm like, this Caius is... I'm going to need this to get rid of this Ab-Zero right here. And we're chilling. So I out the Ab-Zero, not too great. But I still have the Battle Fader, so we're fine. So he sets 1, takes it, asks if he can take it back, so it's fine. And that basically tells me that he has Gores in his hand. So I know he has Gores in his hand because he took this back, right? But what am I going to do? Not attack right here? Like, I have to attack. Like, maybe I should wait till I have a way to deal with the Gores effectively, but I think I just have to attack right here and bait out the Gores. I end up getting punished for it because he drops the Gores and he has a Caius to convert the tokens, so that's not great, but it is what it is. I have the Battle Faders, so I don't really care. I have so much gas left in the deck too, so sets 2. I'm just taking it easy right here. I draw this Super Poly, and I really want to wait till he has at least a hero or water on the field to make an Ab-Zero. So I'm playing patiently. I decide to Brain Con right here just to out at least one of his monsters. You could have made the argument that I should just wait till I can, maybe till he makes an Ab-Zero and just like push for game, but I got a little bit scared right here, leaving 2 big monsters on the board. So other than that, I'm playing super patiently. Miracle Fusion right here because I can trade with his scores, which is fine because he only has 1 card in his hand, and now he has no monsters. He deprisons this. I could have Super Poly'd right there and dodged the deprison, but I didn't feel it was worth it. I want to wait till he has a monster on the field before I do that. And now I'm playing super patiently. He makes double Diva and starts attacking with the Divas. I don't know if that's the right move really, but he's going in there for some chip damage, I guess. And now Swap Frog is going to put in work. I'm going to out both of his Divas. He's drawing kind of dead right here. Still attacking with Diva, which is weird. I guess I am low enough that I am on like a 8-turn clock, I guess. Now I'm playing super patiently. He does MST my break here. I decided to hit the back row because, so this card is one of 2 cards. I mean, it cannot be a Sangan because he would have synchroed with it. It could have been a Snowman Eater, but he has never flipped it when I had cards that he would want to pop. So it's definitely not a Snowman Eater. So I've been thinking this entire time that it's a Treeborn, and I end up being correct. So I decided not to break this because it would be, you know, it wouldn't really do much. So I hit the back row, I hit a Torrential, which is absolutely huge. Battle Fader to save myself, attack into his Arma, and I set the Super Poly at this point in time because now if he summons a hero or Ab-Zero, I'm going to need to Super Poly this since I have no more Battle Faders. I add Junk Synchron right here, and Junk Synchron is going to put in so much work. Sometimes you can just like crawl yourself back into the game from Junk Synchron because you can bring back Substitoad. Junk Synchron negates the effect, but bouncing with Swap Frog is cost, so you can just keep bouncing Junk Synchron and just keep getting advantage and eventually reestablish like a dupe lock or a soft lock. But I decided not to attack this. I probably should have attacked it right now because at this point I pretty much know it's not a Snowman Eater, but I didn't attack it, which is maybe the wrong move, or highly likely the wrong move. Over here, he vortexed me, and I could have super polyed into Ab-Zero and pop his monster, but like again, I'm pretty sure this is not really a good monster because he hasn't really used it. And I was saving the super poly because I thought he had a return play here. He has, I guess, nothing, but I thought he was gonna return, and if he returns, then I could have basically popped his whole board by fusing with his Ab-Zero to make my own Ab-Zero. So I was saving the super poly. But here I'm gonna crawl myself back into the game. Again, bouncing the junk. I'm just being really patient, and now I get the dupe frog back, and we're just, you know, building so much advantage. He brain cons right here. Okay, he's attacking, and here's where I have to use this super poly. I think I have to use it because I have this Caius in my hand now, and I want the Treeborn back next turn. So I super poly here, get rid of this dead 1-for-1, pop his face down. It ends up being the Treeborn like I thought. Still playing super methodically right here. I could have Caius, but I don't want to. So he has no Torrential, so I'm not afraid of Torrential. But if I Caius, then I'm going to leave myself with an open board if he has like a bottomless. So I decided to just play methodical here, summon the Junk Synchron, get some more advantage, attack with Junk Synchron. He finally gets rid of it, and now I'm just, you know, this is game. Caius to remove his only back row. If it is bottomless, then I could use Miracle Fusion. So I feel like I played this one super well. Was very patient with it, and it was a crazy game three. Okay, let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed that, any feedback from me on my gameplay, on the music, feel free to leave a comment. But other than that, thanks for watching. Peace.